We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between our visitors and the Houston Texans. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll run here on third and goal. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it down. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
But with the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on third down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
And this one is right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
They'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
At the 36-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Second and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 13 yards out. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Partner, are they going to cover him? That's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at it. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Texans will take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down now, Landry, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. On 2nd down, Landry, and he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete.
After that throw, it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, keeping.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Desperados are an extra point away from drawing level. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. That time, a 6-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react. and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Houston's offense taking over again. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. They'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 4 yards out. And his guys are going to take the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
An extra point forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive, 4 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the ball is knocked out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 4. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Page. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30.
A gain of 2 brings up 7th.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Later in the afternoon, one of the games to spotlight will be at Ford Field in Detroit, where it'll be the Lions taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Landry. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Leonard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there on third down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Desperados are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now, Landry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Landry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He finds his man complete. It's Leonard. And some room to run now. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. I can guarantee you this. That's not a play this defense has practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being tucked on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here we go on 4th down. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Desperados are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out comes Houston. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he will find his man on the outside. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They'll drop to throw.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Back to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll look to throw again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Houston Texans.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film set.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Intercepted.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Texans 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And here comes the Texans now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 2. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Going to look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That's good for the Texans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for our visitors, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.